I want to tell you a story today. It's about a friendship and how a relationship that's built up over time can be completely shattered in a single moment. It really gets into what happens after everything breaks, and it asks a pretty deep question. What does it actually mean to forgive someone?
So let's go to the banks of the Ganga River. And right there, there's this huge ancient banyan tree, and its branches stretch way out over the water. This tree is home to our first character, a very clever, very quick little monkey.
Every single day, the monkey would sit up there eating the sweet, ripe fruit from the tree. And then one day, this dark shape appeared in the water right below him. It was a crocodile, just watching. Well, the monkey, feeling a little generous, tossed a piece of fruit down. It landed with a little splash, and the crocodile ate it. And that simple thing, it became their daily ritual, a quiet little routine that, day by day, slowly built an unlikely friendship.
But, someone else was watching this whole time. From the other side of the river, hidden in the reeds, were two eyes. It was the crocodile's wife. And as she watched this little daily gift-giving, a really dangerous idea started to take root in her mind. An idea that was about to test the very core of their new friendship. "If he eats that fruit all day," she said to her husband later, her voice low and insistent, "then his heart must be very sweet." Now that wasn't just a casual thought, it was a demand. Suddenly, a suggestion turned into an expectation. And the crocodile, well, he was trapped, stuck between his new friend and his wife.
After a long, heavy pause, he made up his mind. The very next day, he swam over to the banyan tree and he invited the monkey to his home, promising there was even better fruit on the other side of the river. The monkey, completely trusting his friend, climbed right down onto the crocodile's big, scaly back.
So they start to move out into the current, and the banyan tree, that safe place, just gets smaller and smaller behind them. The river feels wider now, the water deeper, colder. They're just suspended out there in the middle of nowhere, just water and sky. The monkey is completely, utterly at the crocodile's mercy.
And it's right there, in that huge, vulnerable space, that the crocodile finally speaks. His voice rumbles just above the water. He says, "There is something I need to tell you. My wife wants your heart." And the meaning was just brutal and clear. This wasn't an invitation, it was a trap. I mean, really, put yourself in the monkey's shoes for a second. The cold water is just inches away. The shore is this thin green line in the distance. There is no branch to jump to, no ground to run on. There's only the back of the creature that just told you he's going to kill you. What do you even do? In that moment of absolute terror, the monkey's mind just goes into overdrive. He doesn't scream, he doesn't fight back, he speaks with this incredible, almost chilling calm. "Oh," he says, "you should have told me earlier. My heart isn't with me. I always keep it on the tree for safekeeping." It was a brilliant and completely desperate lie. And the crocodile, well, let's just say he wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. He believed him. He turned around, and they began that long, silent journey back. Can you just imagine the tension on that ride? The only sound is the water lapping against the crocodile's skin as the banyan tree gets bigger and bigger. The second they reach the bank, the monkey leaps into the branches, his heart just hammering in his chest, finally safe. And what happens next is this incredible breakdown, a real anatomy of forgiveness. The crocodile is waiting down below, and he asks, "So you forgive me?" But the monkey makes this really important distinction. He says, "I understand you. I get that you were being influenced, that you were just trying to do what was asked of you." There's actually a word for this. It's called exoneration. It's seeing the other person's context. But the monkey makes it clear that is not the same thing as forgiveness. Then the monkey adds another layer to it. "When we got back here," he says from the safety of his branch, "I could have gathered all the other monkeys. We could have attacked you, driven you out of this river for good. But I didn't. I chose restraint. And that isn't weakness. It's a concept called forbearance, the conscious choice not to hit back." And right here, the monkey lays it all out with perfect clarity. See, forgiveness is an internal thing. It's something you do for you. He basically explains, forgiveness, that's my business. That happens inside of me. It's my work to do to let go of the hurt. But trust, he says, depends on you. Trust is relational. It happens between people. But rebuilding trust, that would be totally on the crocodile to prove, over time, that he's actually changed. And this really shows the monkey's final position. He draws a line in the sand, and it's clear and it's firm.
This is where I stop, he says. And what's so important is that he says this decision doesn't come from anger. It comes from clarity. So, time goes by, the seasons change, the leaves on the banyan tree fall and grow back, and one day the crocodile comes back. He calls up to the monkey, his voice sounding really remorseful, and suggests they try again. And the monkey, maybe he's been lonely. He actually thinks about it. He takes one slow step down a branch.
But just as he's about to go further, he sees a flicker of movement in the reeds on the other side of the river. It's the wife, waiting, watching. And he freezes. He realizes he was about to make a huge mistake. He was about to offer what you might call cheap forgiveness, just going right back into the exact same dangerous situation, because nothing and no one had actually changed.
Time passes. Now, this isn't about time heals all wounds. Not at all. This is about that heavy, quiet, awkward time that follows a betrayal. It kind of sets the stage, It lets us know there's a history here.
So after all that time has gone by, the crocodile comes back to see the monkey. This time, something's different. A real conversation is about to finally begin.
Okay, now listen really closely to the words here. The crocodile doesn't say, "I'm sorry you were hurt," or "Oops, that was a mistake." No, he says, "I was wrong." And then he takes complete ownership. "I chose something that put you at risk." That is a huge act of responsibility.
And what's the response? Silence. But it's not an empty silence, right? This is the sound of words actually hitting their mark. The monkey is hearing something totally new, something that needs real thought. You can almost feel the weight of that apology landing.
And the monkey says it himself. This is different. The person who is actually harmed is the one who recognizes the change. And that's the signal, right there, that the whole dynamic has just shifted. A door that was locked and bolted shut might just be creaking open.
Real repair isn't just given away, it is earned. It's a process, and it's built on 3 pillars: taking full responsibility for the harm you caused, showing consistent, trustworthy behavior over a long time, and having deep respect for the boundaries of the person you hurt.
This really cuts right to the heart of it all. What does that actually mean for the relationship itself? There's no easy answer here.
And this gets us to this core concept, what we call decisional versus emotional forgiveness. The decision part, that's an act of your will. It's you choosing to let go of that resentment. But the emotional part, that's the messy, unpredictable journey of your heart actually healing. And the key thing here, they almost never happen at the same time.
The monkey is just being completely, brutally honest. He's saying, I can choose to forgive you, but I can't just choose to trust you. Trust isn't some light switch you can just flick back on. Sometimes it just can't be. You can genuinely, truly let go of all your anger, all your hurt, which is really about freeing yourself, and at the same time decide that for your own safety, for your own well-being, that person just can't be in your life anymore.